Hi, this is part 3 of Chapter 8 in CCNA1, and this is about how to do a structured design of your IP addresses. It's basically to think about how to segment your network, how to choose different IP segments for your network when you set it up, and also make sure that you have room for scaling either up or down, both on your numbers of network but also on your numbers of hosts. So when you look and plan to implement your IP addresses, well, there are different things you have to take into consideration. For instance, you need to prevent duplication of addresses. That's of course true. You have to monitor security and performance and provide control and access. Provide and control access. So both the security and the performance will actually lead us into making the LANs smaller and segmenting them more, and therefore also subnetting our networks. Of course, prevent duplication of addresses. Also, we need to have the plan and we need to have an overall understanding of the plan, and also make sure that our network addresses do not overlap each other. And then, of course, provide and control access, which means that, for instance, we need to put in a DHCP server and stuff like that. So normally what we will do is that we will try to make a plan for how these addresses should be divided to our devices. For instance, we can say that all the servers lay in a range of IP addresses, the printers in another range, the host devices from the 1st to 229, for instance, the gateway, the router interface. Sometimes you choose either to use the first available IP address for the gateway or the last. There were no rules. You can do as you like, but it's a good idea to have some kind of a system in it. Yeah. So when we look at IP version 6, well, then basically the need for making subnets is not entirely the same. Also because we don't really have the same issue with the IP version 6 broadcast. But when that is said, we will still be able to to subnet IP version 6. Normally we have a /64 prefix on IP version 6. The 16 of the 64 bits are actually created as a subnet ID, whereas the first 48 bits are the global routing prefix. So we can actually divide among the subnets here in the /16 bits of the IP address. So here, for instance, I can, when I have a /48, I can borrow this part here, so I can, and then I would get actually 65,536 subnets, which is 2 in the power of 16. And then I get 1, 1, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and blah, blah, up to all Fs, which are the highest value, hexadecimal value of 16 bits. So basically, we can still do subnetting when we are doing IP version 6, but the need for subnetting is not that large. Yeah, so I can take 4 of them or 5 of them depending on what I need. In this case here, I will need 5 different subnets and put them on to my different router interfaces. And of course, there will be 5 different networks here, and I need that, and I have 5 different interfaces. Yeah, and this is just how to set them up and how to do it in the router.